Hello guys. So I want to talk about my ayahuasca ceremony that I have done this past weekend. And I was like trying to get all the informations before I do the video because I did one right after, but it was me a lot of rambling and thinking about it in the middle of the video. So I just gathered together my thoughts and I put it together to make it more fluid. So the ceremony started with they were offering a hape before, so it was my first time as well. It was my first time meeting Father Tobacco. So hape, it was like a powder, a tobacco powder that they blow in your nose, and it's like for grounding to feel present in the place. So I did that. The first time was like weird, and yeah, it was a weird sensation, but the second time was not so bad. The second blow, because it's one side and then the other. So I, yeah, it was interesting experience, and it feels good. It feels like tingly, like you're in your body, and the feeling just lasts like a few minutes. It is like fast. It's not long at all, but it's a it's a good sensation. Yeah. And after that portion, then we start with the ayahuasca ceremony. And we took the first dosage. He asked like about us, like what is our intentions, and I did say my intentions. And then he blessed the ayahuasca and gave it to us. And the taste is like horrible when I drank it, and yeah, it is. I cannot even describe them. I have never tasted anything like it, but it's bad. And I was just like going to my spot and like, oh my god, I'm gonna puke in the first minute with this thing. And I was just like, so horrible. But I lay down, and then like the sensation of settle. So I was just like laying down there. I was having some cramps in that time, so it was kind of a little bit bothering me, distracting, like my lower abdomen. But and I was there, and we start having the breath work after everybody had their dosage. We had the breath work. They take like about 45 minutes to be effect. So we are laying down there, breathing and kind of meditating with the mask on. We just to travel inside, right? So I did have like that breathing, but the cramp was like bothering me. I was just so distracted. I was just like, I'm never gonna feel anything. Because some people say they don't feel anything, right? So I was like, oh, I'm never gonna feel anything. I'm too distracted. I'm not even trying to go deep. I was uncomfortable. And but then I started to seeing like shapes. It was not those geometry pretty colorful that people say, but it was pretty. But mine was really black, was like a lot of shapes, but it was black. Everything in blacks and grays. There was like a little sparkly lines just so I know where the shapes were, but it was really dark. And then I felt like my body kind of melting away. I don't know, like I could not move anything. So just like feel like I didn't have a body. I was like a vibration. I it is like a sensation like it where it's hard to explain, but like your body just melted away and now you're a vibration. I know everything is vibration, right? So I was just feeling more like vibration than dense matter. So I was let there seeing that shapes and my body melted away. When that my body was melted away, my pain, my discomfort melted away too. So I was not feeling anything anymore. So it felt it's good. So I was feeling good. And yeah, it it it's a weird feeling that when you don't have a body, then you cannot even. I thought about moving my body, but I could not move my body. And then my mind was like trying to control everything because it was the first time. So my mind was trying to control it to the trip. And then I would hear that little voice like that Mama Aya was like, hey, you just gotta surrender, just surrender. And my mind was like trying like, no, but what is this, what is that kind of thing. And I was just like, i i I was the observer, and I was like, I'm not trying to control anything, so it's my mind trying to control anything. So was that the first time I really saw that I'm not my thoughts, I'm not my mind, I'm separated from it. But I was watching the discussion, and I was just like, okay, I'm not trying to control, but my mind is. So, and I was there like looking to the shapes, and I was like, oh, what do I need to do? I mean, because supposed to have work, right? To do like, so what I'm supposed to do? And she was like, yeah, you just gotta just surrender, relax. And then like out of nowhere I started healing, like hearing somebody who was breathing heavily close by. But that was just like feeling like so close, like the person was laying down just by me, like, and breathing on my neck. It was bothering me so much, and I was like there melted away. I could not move anything. And like that was like such a big trigger that I didn't know I have. I knew I sensed it here, but I didn't know that it was a trigger that was gonna bother me. And I was just like, why is that breathing so close? It because it was here in my ears, not inside. It was like from the outside sound. And I was just like, why is that so close? Why is that bothering me so much? And then Mamaya said, that's what the trigger we're gonna be working with today. That's what we're gonna heal. And I was just like, okay, but can I know what that is? And she was like, you don't need to know. But I mean, she said like I had an idea because breathing in my head, like when you talk about breathing in your neck, it's I was just like maybe it's some abuse, right? It's like after abuse and the person, and I was just like, but that's what I come to my mind, but I don't have any memory to support that belief. I don't. And then she was like, that is not from this life. That what we're healing is from a past life. I said, okay, but can I see it? She's like, no, you don't need to see it. But I was just like, I just want to see it because if there was abused, I want to forgive the abuser or forgive the past, so I can move on. And she said to me like, you don't have to see it, and you know how energy works. She was asking me, like telling me, you work with energy, and like you know how that works. Like you don't have to know it, what it's doing for it to work. So you can just relax, and the energy is gonna go where it needs to go. Like you do. Like you don't need to know what the person's going through for the energy to work, right? So the energy is smart, it's gonna go where it's needed, and you don't have to know intellectually what that is healing or where is that working. So I was just like, okay, but then what should I do? She's just like, you can just enjoy it. You've been doing the hardest work for a while, And the hardest part you have done already, she told me. And so today I'm gonna do the work for you. I will take care of you because the healers also need somebody to take care of them. And I felt emotional, like that somebody is gonna be taking care of me. And it was like a, a loving sensation, like I was being nurtured. And so I sat there a little longer, looking to the shapes and just trying to talk a little bit more with her. And I don't remember much what did I talk to or what did I talk about. But then, like, once she said for me to enjoy it, I was just like, I had this little rebellious act, like, because like everybody was like with their eye covers, eye masks on. So I was just like, she told me to enjoy it. She's working, right? It does not, I don't have to really do anything for it to be working on me. She's doing the job. So I took my mask off and I was watching the shaman playing the Icaros. I mean, I hear Icaros a while at home. So that was the first time I had the opportunity to see somebody playing it live. So it was just like so gorgeous. I mean, so I was like laying there watching him playing the Icaros and it was beautiful. And then like after a while, I started getting a little bit bothered. I stand up, I went to the bathroom. I feel like I was not feeling anything anymore. So I went to the bathroom. And when I came back, there was just time for the second dosage. And it was just like I took the second dosage. He was like asking me like, do you want to go deeper? And I said, yes. So he gave me a little bit more. It's not a full dosage, it's just a tiny bit more. But he has like 3 kinds of them. So he makes like whatever strong does he feel like it. So I don't know what level he gave it to me that time. But the first time I went for the first level, the introduction thing. And so I just lay down there again. Then I felt my body like just melting away and I was vibration again. And that feels good. And the shapes will start over. And then like it was like a conversation between me and her, more like she was telling me that I need to learn how to enjoy life more. And it's just like to introduce more happiness to my life, because I've been doing work after work after work after work, and I don't enjoy my highs as much as I should. So she's like, you're always gonna have stuff to work, right? So, but you gotta enjoy when you're done with one work more, a little bit longer before you dive deeper again. And you have your kids, you can enjoy them, and they are here to teach you. They are here to show you happiness, and you can learn with them how to introduce that to your life, because you're always being so serious, and this is the time for you to enjoy more. And just like yeah, I get emotional now. And she's like, just don't work too hard all the time. You gotta enjoy life. So it is happiness, so it's abundance. You can have that now. You don't have to wait for it in the future. You can have it now. And then like was that kind of conversation going on for a little while I was melted. And when it's a good sensation. It's good. That melted away. It's good. And then like I the feelings start to lift, so it's starting to pass. And I went again to see the shaman playing the Icaros, and that was like so beautiful. It is such a joy to watch him playing the Icaros, and so beautiful that I start crying. I feel like so loved and cared for, and the feelings that I don't feel often, like he's somebody taking care of me instead of me taking care of kids, people, or others. It was somebody caring for me, and that was like beautiful. It was overwhelming that I start crying, because I felt so loved, and I was crying. So it was just like beautiful. And then I started feeling like that I need to purge. But sometimes like I would feel like something was coming, and then I would shake a little bit, and that would go away. I was like, okay. And then I would feel again, and then I shake it, and that would go away. There was one time that then I felt that was coming. Then I sat down, picked up my bucket, put it in front of me, and then I purge. It was just like once, and it was easy, it was fast, it was straight to the bucket. The paper, my Kleenex was right there, so I used it right away. And I don't even know why I was so scared about the purge. I was so scared about like, oh, the purge is gonna be like, you're gonna puke, or you have diarrhea, or you have like all those kind of things in my mind. And I was so scared. And when that actually happened, it was just so easy and kind of clean, because I was afraid that it's gonna go other places, get myself dirty and get my stuff dirty, but not. And it was clean, it was easy. And after that I was shaking. I shaked a bit, and like everywhere my hands shake a lot. And after a little bit, I watched the Icaros a little bit more. And then the feelings start to fade, like all the seeing things start to fade. And I felt like so energetic. I had so much energy, and I could not sleep. And people were starting to sleep around. And I was like, in the beginning they said that maybe we would have dance, like music, people dancing, and I was like kind of expecting that, but that didn't happen that day, because people were so deep in their journey that nobody was like really dancing. So that's one of the characteristics for the 2 days. One is deeper, the other is more lighter and happier. So that first day was the deep journey. And but I felt like so much energy. And after I talked to the shamans, like, hey, can I go outside? I just want to see the sky, step on the grass or something. It was cold. Yeah, it was cold. The grass was wet. But I went there and I felt like I could ground a little bit. I was grounding a little bit, like liberating some energy, because that was too much energy on me. So I grounded a little bit. I went back inside. I could not sleep. Then a little bit after, I lay down there for a little bit longer. He came out around closing us. He closed with tobacco. He blew our chakras to close them. And but I was there laying down bothered, because I could not sleep for a while. And when I just fell asleep, it was like already almost 6 o'clock in the morning. And I felt like the time went super fast. Yeah, it didn't feel like that was long at all. When you take the ayahuasca until the end, that lasts like 6 hours, and that felt like not long at all. Didn't feel that long. And then I felt like the sensations like, hey, today we did the work for you. We release your triggers, release a lot your energies, but tomorrow you're gonna be doing the work. You're gonna be doing the healing. So yeah, that was the close for my first day. And I'll be doing the next video about the second day, because that's just a lot of information for one video. Okay, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next one, and have a great day.